Welcome to Dragonfly, a new solution for B2B advertising and sales. Dragonfly is a SaaS platform built on the belief that customers are so overwhelmed by emails, advertising, and sales calls that they aren't getting your message. Dragonflies are online sales experiences that capture your customers' attention by paying them to engage with information about your products and company. We call it incentivized information. It is the most efficient way to communicate with your customers, and we believe it will change the way business is conducted. Did you know the dragonfly insect is the most successful predator on Earth? According to Harvard University, it is effective in up to 97% of its hunts. Dragonfly is unique because there's no cost until your customer successfully engages with your message. This guarantees your dragonfly spend is 100% effective. How is that possible? Not only will we tell you, but we will pay you if you can tell us. Here's how incentivized information works. Specific contacts are attracted with an opportunity to earn real and immediate money. Dragonfly shares information about your products and company, and incentivized questions measure what your customers learn about the content. Feedback and other sales-related information is also incentivized and captured, and the returned information dictates what dragonflies are needed next. The sharing of incentivized information through your sales cycle and after creates an ongoing, documentable, two-way communication with your customers. This flow of information to and from your customers improves your products and messaging, ultimately driving more sales. Dragonfly pays customers? It might sound backwards, but we believe the current B2B advertising and sales model is not only backwards, it is expensive and inefficient too. Companies spend billions on tools like ads, email, and sales reps, but none of that money is allocated to the customer, whose time is very limited and valuable. Customers are overwhelmed, with the average business person receiving 122 emails per day. With 20% open rates, 80% is wasted marketing spend that fails to capture the recipient's attention. In addition to emails, the American Marketing Association says customers can be exposed to up to 10,000 brand messages per day. As a result, customers try to consciously and subconsciously filter everything that is exposed to them. Simply put, customers don't have enough time or desire to consume all of the messaging, and they aren't getting all of your story. The trouble with sales reps is they are generally not trusted or liked by customers. They are very expensive for companies, with a good rep costing around $300 for an appointment. And while sales reps were once the primary source of information, with the internet, they are being brought into the purchasing cycle later and later in the process. The goal is to share one concise message with all of your customers. The problem is every rep tells your story differently, and different customers hear and interpret different things. When you multiply the two together, you get a high degree of message variability. As your sales force scales, so does this problem. Lastly, the self-diluting rule states the more email, ads, and sales reps are used by more companies and in greater overall numbers per contact, the less effective they will be. Companies can measure opens, likes, number of calls, and many other metrics, but they can't measure how much of their message was communicated, retained, or felt by the contact. At Dragonfly, we believe incentivized information is the solution because it's more attractive than email, more effective than ads, and less expensive than sales reps. Using incentives allows you to share uniform messaging with specific contacts anytime and anywhere. Dragonflies communicate the same information as sales reps do at a fraction of the cost. In this example, targeting a customer who earns $125,000 per year might only cost $120 for 60 minutes of their time, compared to $300 for a sales rep. There are a number of different ways companies can use Dragonflies pre- and post-sale. Pre-sale, Dragonfly can handle the majority of the information exchange in the sales process. This significantly reduces the number of needed sales reps, as they are only needed to handle customer inquiries, negotiate, and close the sale. Success is measured by completed dragonflies, cumulative customer knowledge, and sales. Post-sale, Dragonfly drives training, user adoption, new messaging, and customer referrals, all of which lead to future sales. An individual dragonfly is like a kid's building block, each containing its own content. They include presentations, video, text, and images, as well as incentive allocation and learning and feedback questions. Dragonflies are highly customizable and can be arranged to suit the contact and mimic your sales process. You can send one dragonfly, or multiple dragonflies can be combined to create a campaign. Easy-to-use dashboards allow you to measure customer exposure and information retention on every communication, as well as drill into collected sales information and feedback. This gives management real-time insight into the level of message exposure and engagement for every customer contact. Dragonfly allows you to follow contacts as they grow within an organization or as they change companies. This reduces information and productivity loss as customers move or when sales reps leave. Over time, you can document the engagement of your entire customer base, which gives you the ability to measure the collective levels of messaging exposure and feedback. Knowing what your customer knows allows for strategic and progressive messaging to build on the customer's previous learning and insights. Dragonfly helps companies in many ways. It creates an effective two-way communication channel with your customers. It offers message documentation and reporting, and it reduces sales personnel and sales costs. There are a number of benefits for customers as well. It pays them for their time. Dragonflies are more trusted than sales reps because everything is documented, and they can engage with dragonflies anytime and anywhere they like. It is free to create an account and build unlimited dragonflies. Sending dragonflies requires a 100% refundable incentive and dragonfly fee. These are only processed after the dragonfly captures your customer's attention and feedback. Dragonfly is risk-free because unlike email ads and sales reps, there is no cost until your customer has successfully completed your dragonfly session. Your spend is 100% effective, making Dragonfly the most cost-efficient, risk-free advertising and sales solution available. Would you like to capture your customers' attention and feedback like this dragonfly caught yours? Dragonfly Incentivized information.